So always the hardest question first. What is your name and what do you do?
What do I do is the hard question. My name is Dan Moore. I'm the owner and proprietor of Ninja Cow Farm LLC here in Raleigh, North Carolina. This was our family farm. This is where I grew up. I moved here when I was 7 years old when my parents took me from suburban Garner, North Carolina and moved us way out here into the country. I think about 2.5 miles away, but it was a long ways when you were 7 years old. I stopped riding my bicycle down to the convenient mart to get a Slurpee and instead learned how to muck stalls and mow grass and work cattle and all things I quickly decided I did not like doing. The words of terror for me were, come here a minute, because that could mean anywhere from 5 minutes to 8 hours. I came home after college and now I farm full-time doing exactly what I hated and said I was going to do because I got older and I realized how awesome this place is and how great farming is, what a life it gives you. What farming means to me is it's you've chosen something besides just making a living. For me, what it means is that my family gets the opportunity to grow up and experience life differently from the average person. They get to learn lessons that people don't get to learn otherwise. Things that are as simple as, where does my food come from? My kids know, they've known since they were wee little kids. And it means they get to know what it's like to get up when it's still dark and go out and work. It is all about raising our children in this environment. It's about them growing up, maybe farmers, maybe not, I don't really care. It's about growing up and being successful, well-adjusted adults. That's really what it's about. Everything else is just a means to getting there. We are the closest large animal farm to downtown Raleigh. We're sitting here with cattle on a working farm, and I can be in downtown Raleigh in 10 minutes. So what does that mean? Well, that means it's really easy for me to get people to drive from a very well-heeled, very socially conscious area. Just drive 10 minutes down the road and you can be right here and see a real farm and get that return on your investment of time, which is, I'm gonna go drive past Harris Teeter Food Line, all the grocery stores from here to there, all the way to us during our weird hours and deal with, a grumpy farmer who's probably got poop on his shoes, who's selling you your meat. You can see the beginning and the end of the chain right there. There stand the cows. That's the grass they eat. That's the store. I think there's a lot of value in people understanding what it takes to make their lives possible. And a good place for that is with our food. That's a lot of why we do what we do, especially the agritourism side of it. The stuff that makes a difference in our businesses is education. It's educating our customers. It's answering their questions. Sometimes it's educating them on all the positives of doing business with us. Sometimes it's educating them on why they need to go somewhere else. Some people are looking for things you can't give them, and they're not going to be satisfied until they find that. There's logistics on the backside of this jug of milk that have to happen. I want to come pick up my meat. Well, the cow just got delivered to the processor. I've got to let them process it. Well, why don't you have steaks? Well, there's only 24 steaks in a cow of that particular cut. Things like that people just don't get. They just know somebody somewhere makes it happen and it magically shows up at Walmart. It's an interesting thing in our business that in 2 years you'll lose 90% of your customers. It's just a statistic I picked up from another local producer, and it's held true. Even our best customers drift away after a few years because it's inconvenient to drive all the way out to the farm and buy stuff. So we're constantly replenishing with new customers. We just have to. That's the way it works. If you step back off those kind of hardcore, we're here consistently people, then we get a lot of people that are just curious. That they want to try grass-fed, they want to try local. So they come out, they give it a try. Most of those customers won't come back. It's too easy to stop by Harris Teeter. It's too easy to stop by McDonald's. We are a convenient society, and we are not a convenient business. We have limited hours. We have what we have, and you got to come out here on our terms. Past that, we have just the pure tour people. You've got to always have that steady stream of people coming in. If you're at the farmer's market with a stand, that's not your problem. The farmer's market brings in people, you've got that steady flow. But if you're going to have an independent business and bring people to a destination, which is what we are, you've got to be marketing and bringing those people in. The tourism, a lot of times, is what gets that done. Even if they don't buy something while they're here, they're spreading the word that we are here. And that's how we get most of our customers, is word of mouth. We have $0 of advertising budget, always have, never spend any money on advertising. You know, we're sort of a hidden gem, and that's on purpose. So it is a destination because we've had to prompt you to come to us and only us. You know, it's not like we're here beside the other thing that would bring you in. You came here because you were coming here. And that means we've got to give you a compelling reason to come here. And whether that's we're on the front page of Google, you know, when you look up grass-fed beef, or if you just were trying to read about how to eat better and we pop up in your feed. Most of it's internet-based, or you're at work talking about your new diet and somebody leans across the cubicle and goes, "You ought to try this place I went, it's really awesome." Key to that is it had to be really awesome when they were here, so they tell the story.